Okay, I just called down to daycare. Aiden is ready and waiting.
Yeah, you know what? You've had a really long day. Why don't we just get some takeout from Kelly's?
No. You are gonna get a home-cooked meal. Aiden's gonna be so excited you're coming home with us.
That smile is irresistible.
Thanks for being so involved. It really makes a difference, even at this young age.
Well, I intend to be the best father I can be.
Wow, this is convenient. You need a doctor, and there's one right here in your living room.
Yeah, it's funny how things work out, huh?
What are you doing here?
Hey, you want me to tell her? Or should I just stand here and needle you about it?
Can't you just give me a moment's peace?
The Buchan has another assignment.
Well, I'm still working on the one he gave me before.
Find out where Brenda Barrett's wedding is going to be.
Let me talk to my sister.
Obey the order, and maybe she'll stay alive.
That's not fair.
That's surprising what a guy can hear strolling into his attorney's office.
While no one in this town has seemed to manage the skill, it is customary to knock.
Well, how about attorney-client privilege? Is that customary, too?
I can't imagine what you think you've heard.
Why are you discussing the case against me and Brenda with this guy?
I'm sorry. I didn't even know that was here. I must have accidentally brought it.
No,
in
I've just
the
never even heard of fertility reconstruction.
Yeah,
What is it?
I hadn't either. Dr. Lee sent it to me along with a bunch of other information.
Are you thinking about having the procedure?
At this point, I'm just getting informed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you want to have a baby?
Jaco PI looks forward to meeting with his collaborator. I have additional material for our book. I will await your call, Breast Lady.
Abby?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
Michael?
Hey, it's been Ellie.
Have you heard the forecast?
Sorry, what?
The weather?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's a wintry mix with dropping temperatures and high winds. It's hardly the weather to be standing outside. Are you waiting for someone?
No, I just been cooped up in my class all day. Just want to get some air.
Yet the night is quite raw and unpleasant. So.
You know, I like it. I can see the sky, a lot of room. I don't feel so trapped.
Indeed. Perhaps I could bring you a warm and comforting beverage.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Well, then maybe I could walk you home?
It's okay. I like it here.
I swear I did not accidentally on purpose put this here so you could happen to come across it.
I didn't think that at all.
Good.
We don't have to talk about this if you don't want to.
Look, it's just, it's fertility reconstruction. It's a new procedure. Dr. Lee sent me all the information on it. I don't even know if I'm a good candidate for it yet. And the chances of carrying a baby to full term are 50-50 at best anyway.
Those are better odds than you have right now.
Maybe. I mean, if we were to talk about this a year ago, it would have been a miracle. But Jason, our lives have changed so much. You don't want to bring a child into this world. I don't want to bring a child into this world. I don't even see myself as mom material.
Okay. This has to be your decision, because I don't want you denying yourself a child because of me.
I'm a little surprised to see you.
Imagine you are.
One day you say we're over and we don't have a chance, and the next day I find you in my living room. Doesn't make much sense, does it?
Can't a girl have a second thought?
You said that you were afraid someone was going to die and that it might be me. Is there something you know that I don't?
I have a tendency to be a bit overly dramatic, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I have. Look, Siobhan, just let me help you. Okay, just tell me what's going on.
Why are you always so serious? I mean, maybe my reasons are frivolous. Maybe I was thinking that I'd like to be your date at Brenda Barrett's wedding.
Don't play games.
It's not every day that a supermodel gets married. I mean, I'd like to see the dress close up. And anyways, it would just be an excuse to spend some time with you.
So now we're not over because you want to be my date for Sunny and Brenda's wedding. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I've yet to receive an invitation from you or anyone else. I suppose I could crash it if I knew where it was.
Would you like me to check with Jason?
Oh, well, don't do that on my account.
No, it's no problem. I mean, we have to coordinate security anyway.
Do whatever you want. I was just curious.
Yeah, well, you know, I doubt the Balkan will strike at such a public event anyway.
I just thought it'd be fun to go. That's all.
Hey, can you take a look at him? Because he's really hurt. I mean, otherwise, I can go with my first instinct and call 911. That's a bad idea. What is with you two?
Well, we hook up every now and then, and I just don't want the whole world to know.
Right, so why are you trashing his apartment?
I lost an earring the last time I was here, and I just want to make sure it doesn't become part of a crime scene.
I talk about a needle in a haystack.
You know, the place was in pretty bad shape when I got here.
I'm sorry, can you just take a look at him before you leave?
You know, I'm gonna be late for surgery. I'm sorry, I've gotta go. You know what?
Oh, you'll be fine.
Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
What the hell was that?
I plead the fifth. But there's a first aid kit up in the bathroom.
She's a doctor. She's supposed to help you.
She has a funny way of going about her business.
Seriously, Johnny, what is going on with your life? Like, where is it headed? That chick is nuts.
You don't need to worry about me anymore.
No, I heard that she's completely crazy over Patrick and...
Which is why you should stay out of it. Let's talk about you, huh? How's Dante?
We broke up. I caught him in a few too many lies, and I broke up with him.
Detective Falconeri meets Sean Butler. I brought him in as security consultant on your wrongful death case. Hence the discussion.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Why do we need extra security?
Jason Morgan will fill you in on the details. Mr. Butler will also be investigating since the PCPD did very little of that.
You mind if I speak to my attorney in private?
Sure.
Thanks for dropping by. I will be in touch.
You have my number.
Why did you tell Lulu that Brenda killed the Balkan son and I helped cover it up?
I was under the impression she knew all about it. I am sorry, Detective. But you seem very close to Lulu. I thought you would have told her, or
Well,
assumed.
That's a problem. You probably shouldn't be assuming things, right?
I didn't think you would keep something so important from your girlfriend.
Well, you don't know anything about me and Lulu, and you shouldn't be talking to her in the first place.
I am trying to defend you, Detective, and I don't have time to decipher who said what to whom. But as I now know you lied to your significant other, it begs the question. What else haven't you told Lulu or me?
No problem. I used to come in at the last minute all the time when I worked as a handyman.
Well, that's a pretty good way to put yourself through college.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So where's that garage door?
It's by the garage.
Yeah, right.
Actually, I don't think that's the problem. I think it's the remote. They decided to stop talking to the door. I think there's a short or something.
Mm-hmm. You are probably right. I want to take a look at that. And
Oh, my parents would be very amused by this whole thing.
Really? Why?
Well, they're very comfortable with all sorts of gadgets. You know, lipsticks that are really cameras and wallets that shoot out poison darts. Can I help you with that?
Well,
There you go.
you know, I had to grab some new tools on the way over. I haven't unpacked mine yet, and not familiar with these.
Totally understand. I'm just grateful that you're helping me.
So, what kind of work do your parents do?
They're spies.
No, really.
Really? They are. My mom loves to drop in on me and Patrick via parachute. Anyway, a garage door opener would be nothing for them.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm glad I'm here to save the day. Why don't I just take a look at that garage?
Okay, yeah, you'll probably want to start with the electrical panel for dealing with a short. Everything in the house pretty much goes through it.
Okay, sounds like a plan. These will be better off there.
Should I call someone? Seriously?
I just aggravated an old injury, that's all.
It's a gunshot wound, and it's not old.
I'm alive, right?
You are unbelievable. You break up with Olivia, and you're acting out like you usually do.
Being so perceptive, Wood.
Dude, I get it, okay? And I'm sorry that you and Olivia broke up.
What happened with you and Dante?
He lied about some important stuff. And, I couldn't trust him, so I broke up with him.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Why? You don't even like him.
Dante and I are natural enemies, yeah, and I don't like the way he uses his badge to protect his father, but I don't want to see you hurt again. You deserve better than that.
Thanks.
I mean it, Lulu. You and me, we never really stood a chance, but Dante...
I don't really want to talk about
All I'm saying is you deserve better than Dante Falconeri. I mean it. You're an amazing woman, Lulu.
I'm glad somebody thinks so.
You know, you're supposed to be defending me and Brenda in a wrongful death suit. Alexander Janicek has nothing to do with it.
Aside from the fact that Brenda shot him in the same situation nearly 4 years ago, the connection is obvious and damaging.
Yeah, great. Both cases were self-defense. Banovic worked for the Balkan. Alexander was the Balkan's son. They both tried to kill me. If not for Brenda, I'd be dead.
But you had to cover it up.
Yeah, you know, I did the best I could at the time.
Meaning you dumped Alexander's body in a swamp and walked away. Did you really think no one would ever find out?
Look, this guy was the scum of the earth. He was a waste of oxygen. We'd all be better off if he was still in the swamp.
This case is far more complicated than I expected.
Well, then why don't you just settle and get it over with?
I would love nothing more than that. But the Banovic family will not consider it. Even if what you're saying is true, and Alexander was attacking you, why didn't you call for help? He might have lived. Why didn't you arrest him on some charge? Why did you have no respect for the oath that you were sworn to uphold?
Are you really concerned about Alexander? He has nothing to do with anything.
Unless Brenda falls apart on the stand and tells the jury everything.
You life's not set up for kids. But that's not fair. To you, it shouldn't affect you.
What are you talking about, Jason? My life is just as dangerous. That's why I don't think it's right to have kids.
Okay, as long as you know that I support whatever you choose.
I mean, and even if I did want to try, I need better odds than 50-50. I don't think I could stand to lose another
hurt
baby.
If it wasn't for me, you shouldn't even have to have this procedure.
Maybe Ruiz pulled that trigger.
No, you were in my
Jason, you
arms,
didn't.
Sam. And that's on me. And I don't want to keep you from having something that you really want.
I am happy. I was happy before I thought having kids was an option. Jason, I don't want to do this to myself. I don't want to make myself crazy. I don't want to be miserable. I love you. I love you. And I love our life together. I like this just the way it is.
I'm glad you're both here. I just saw Michael. I fear he's in trouble.
Aiden went right to sleep.
Oh, great. Thank you for putting him down. Geez, the house is so quiet with Aiden asleep and the boys at Graham's. Thought maybe we could trade in the pureed carrots for some Cabernet.
Yeah. Thank you. Dinner was wonderful.
Good. I'm glad you liked it.
I really appreciate the way you're sharing Aiden with me.
He's your son too, Nicholas. You can see him whenever you want.
It's good to know.
You sound awfully formal.
Sorry, it's just a bad habit, I guess.
I hope we don't always feel this distant. I know we've both made a lot of mistakes, but I thought we could put them behind us. I mean, come on, we've been friends forever.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping we could build on that.
I always regret the way I destroyed you and Lucky. It's one of the worst things I've ever done.
No, Lucky and I were already in serious trouble, or nothing would have ever happened between you and me. And we agreed that we weren't going to feel guilty for the rest of our lives. I'm ready to move on.
Good, I think we all are. Lucky and I are at least civil with one another, and he seems happy with Siobhan.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
Carrying around all this guilt isn't good for anyone, especially the boys. You gotta focus on the future.
Right. Right. I'm really glad you said that because I have an idea.
You're not reading the boys' Greek mythology.
Granted, I've had to tailor some of the stories, but Cameron is so into it all of a sudden.
I know. I was when I was his age. And I remember my uncle took me on a tour of all the Greek islands one summer, and we had a great time. I'm sure I've got some pictures lying around somewhere.
Okay, so I was thinking, why don't we all take a trip to Greece for spring break? Cameron would love to see the places where these stories happen. And remember you said maybe one day we could all go together?
I did.
So what do you say? It'll be fun. Come on, we could all use a break from Port Charles. I could start researching tours for the kids, or you could plan the whole thing. It wouldn't make a difference to me. It would just be so much fun.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. It's so cold out there. Look, you guys are never gonna believe this, but I got a flat tire and it just happened to be right in front of your house.
Spinelli didn't waste much time, did he?
He's concerned about you.
Abby comes by here almost every night. After I see her, I'll go back to the lobby.
Okay, Abby asked you to leave her alone. That's what you need to do.
Alas, the Jackal has been neglecting his PI duties. There's a backlog of cyber surveillance to be conducted. There's precious little time to pursue the muse. Okay. Hey, is Jason around? He is not, but I will gladly tell him you stopped by. Good evening.
Actually, I think you might be able to help.
not with due clearance from Stone Cold. As he mentioned security for Brenda's wedding, you will have to refer all security inquiries to Stone Cold. Do you know where the wedding's going to be, Spinelli? Well, I guess since the location is about to be embossed on many discreet and tasteful wedding invitations, I suppose revealing the location to you would not be a breach of security, so...
So where's it gonna be?
Oh, the Archer Pavilion?
It's right next to the museum, right?
That's correct.
God, that could be a security nightmare.
Well, I'm sure Stone Cold has a plan.
Yeah, well, so does the Balkan.
Well, since no one can predict what Brenda might say on the stand, shouldn't you be working to keep her off of it?
That may not be an option. If opposing counsel finds out about Alexander Janacek, they can easily prove that you covered for Brenda on both occasions.
Why, you have to keep that from happening.
Well, I will do my best, but if that happens, you will be seen as a dirty cop, a liar, or even a murderer, since you refuse to get help for either victim.
I don't get you. You're supposed to be this great lawyer. Why don't you do something? File an injunction. Make anything about Alexander inadmissible.
I need to know what I'm keeping out, Detective.
You know what? You're supposed to be defending me and Brennan. It just feels like you're treating us as suspects.
You don't seem to grasp what trouble you're in.
Just win the case, all right? Do whatever it takes.
That's why I'm here, Detective. Make no mistake about that.